Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and to those that are new, welcome. So this video, I'm going to be doing kind of like my pre-thoughts on A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I've already looked at the trailers, like just anything related to the storyline, and looked up any of the books I got on Game of Thrones towards Sir Duncan the Tall. I guess the current ones I do have, they don't mention anything about them other than what research I have done through online or any mention of them in Game of Thrones. Because Joffrey, he mentioned him in season 4, episode 1, when him, another guard, and Jaime were going through the Book of Brothers. And Joffrey points out that he has a good number of pages. But hey, let me not get off track. I've written my thoughts about it so I don't get distracted. All right, let's deep dive. So basically in the trailer, he was asked, how good of a knight are you? And my response, he is 4 pages good. The trailers so far have given me the vibes of the first few seasons of Game of Thrones, except with far better budget. Because the first few seasons of Game of Thrones, they didn't really have the best budget until as the show went along, becoming the top in the world. Now the camera angles and the jousting is literally top notch. Like, you can see from inside his helmet, and right as they hit each other, like, that is some really cool camera angle and camera work. I cannot wait to see them show it. Hopefully it will live up to how they're doing it in the trailer, and it's not just like the money shot, their only money shot in the show. But that's just my thoughts for right now. Pre-thoughts. Now, the music through the trailer was giving kind of like a hint of Game of Thrones theme going through it. It was a nice touch. And I hope that the music composer who is doing the soundtrack for the show, as he did for Game of Thrones and as he's doing for House of the Dragon. Honestly, I don't think there's no one else that could do the music for the world of Westeros other than that music composer. Now, onto the cast of the show. I did not recognize any of them but one. Bertie Cavriel, if I'm saying his name right. He's playing Baelor Targaryen, also known as Baelor Breakspear. He's the eldest son and heir of King Daeron II Targaryen. So from what I have found in my research, he's known for chivalry, wisdom, and his rule as Hand of the King. He's earned his styled name after defeating his uncle, Daemon Blackfyre, an attorney, and was a key figure in the first Blackfyre Rebellion. Many saw him as a great future king. Now, Baelor Targaryen was widely regarded, of course, as being honorable, just, chivalrous, and representing the best of Targaryen nobility. Basically, more Targaryens should have been like him. As for the actor, Bertie, who's playing Baelor Targaryen as Hand of the King in the show, I've only ever seen him in one TV show. It's known as Dr. Foster. The TV show Dr. Foster, it's like a British psychological thriller of a married couple. The wife discovers that her husband's having an affair, leading to her uncovering a web of secrets that practically almost destroys her life and her son. And the show only had 2 seasons. To anyone that would like to see any one of his works before you see him in House of the Dragon for the first time, if you've never seen any of his past acting works. Now, Bertie's character in the TV show Dr. Foster, he was a complete and total a-hole. Like, oh my gosh, he nailed that character down to a pat that I'm like, I don't like you. I like the actor. I don't like the character. I despised his character with a passion. However, his range of acting is some of the best I've seen. Even though that's the only show I've seen him in, I do need to check out more of his stuff, but he did pretty good in Dr. Foster. To those that have not seen the show Dr. Foster and are interested in seeing it, it's available to watch on BritBox, and I think it's also available to purchase on Apple TV/iTunes to any of those who still do it, like me. I definitely recommend it. Now, back on to the focus of the upcoming show. If I'm accurate, the timeline is set 50 years after the war Dance of the Dragons has ended. So there are no dragons at all. The skulls of the dragons remain, including the stories, and of course House Targaryen remaining. I wouldn't be surprised that the show may reveal a spoiler or two about House of the Dragon, just like Game of Thrones did, long before House of the Dragon ever became a show. So to any unaware of what's coming during and after the War Dance of the Dragons, just brace yourselves to spoilers or just avoid it altogether if you don't want any. And it's just a fair warning in case, because I know some people could care less about spoilers, some people are okay with going along for the journey, but there are those who just do not want to do spoilers at all and avoid them at all costs. So I imagine that they're going to have probably drop some in there. And then back to what I said earlier with Joffrey mentioning him. Yeah, Joffrey spoke of Sir Duncan the Tall in the Book of Brothers. He also spoke of Rhaenyra Targaryen as well. The irony. Joffrey, that character we all despise in the world and cheered for his death, he spoke of two key characters in TV shows that are now being made. Talk about the irony of that. But yeah, or if anything, talk about spoilers long before the shows were considered to be made. I'm not sure how long the show will go on for alone with An Eye of the Seven Kingdoms. However, imagine another season, maybe 2. Man, I don't see him doing 2, but that's just my opinion. But I do know they're gonna probably drag out his 4 pages of great deeds, however long they can do the show for. One last thing, and then I gotta take off, because obviously I got some food and deliciousnesses here. Now, if I'm right, George R. R. Martin was a big part of making of the Night of the Seven Kingdoms show, which, don't get me wrong, it is an awesome thing. He's witnessing one of his writing works come to life with his own eyes behind the scenes, and what better dream for a writer than to see that? Like, shoot, it's one of probably the best things for a writer to ever see. And if I get to experience that for my books that I want to publish and write, that would just be amazing. Now, on to my key issue of that. My problem with George R. R. Martin being a part of making of the show is that he has all this time to do this, but yet it has been over 15 years since he last published a book towards A Song of Ice and Fire. But no need to go into that, since the entire fandom of Game of Thrones is well aware of him not finishing the last 2 books to completely finish Game of Thrones altogether. Honestly, I believe he will never finish them. Any update given by him or the media, I'm just starting to pass it over. It's honestly feels like a bad joke, no punchline, just me going, okay, Georgie. It's nothing. The only major time I will honestly believe and take it seriously when he does finish the books is that they will be on the shelf of every major bookstore for me to see it with my own eyes. Until then, I don't think he will ever finish them. So I'm not holding on to hope of dear old Georgie finishing them. So, but that's just me. I mean, hey, for all I know, I could be tasting my own words, and he actually does finish them. But till then, no. All right. Let's see. Trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I think I pretty much covered everything. When it comes down to my thoughts about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms before the show comes out, I believe it's January 19th is when it comes out. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video reaction of that one because I currently have no Wi-Fi. I won't be able to watch the show on my laptop and do it like this. Now, I may write down my thoughts and reviews, kind of like my thoughts about the episodes, kind of write them along, kind of like I did with one of the episodes, one of my videos on Bridgerton Written Thoughts. I might do that with An Eye of the Seven Kingdoms, at least until I get more camera work done and just get something switched up and get Wi-Fi installed. That way you guys can see me live reaction to the show itself, especially when House of the Dragon Season 3 comes out in August, I believe was the official month that they were going to set for 2026. So yeah. But yeah, this is all the time I've left for the video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section of what things you're looking forward to in the show itself. Or if you plan not to watch it at all and why, feel free to leave a comment all the same. Both sides are welcome as long as it's done in a calm manner with no ill behavior towards one another. That's the only thing I ask on my channel. And I hope everyone's doing well. Much love. XOXO. Oh, P.S. If anyone has any prayer requests, you are more than welcome to share, and I'll definitely add them. And my next video, if anyone's interested, will be my goals for 2026. And that's pretty much about it. I hope everyone's having a good one. Again, bye.